Hi, this is Daniel. This is my submission for task number 2. So I'm going to talk about the interactive learning experience that I have been designing for the last 5 days. And the name I have come up for this concept is Photo Assistant. It's basically a playful experience inspired mainly by a game called Overcooked. The reason why I decided to be inspired by this game, it's not only because it's hugely popular these days, but it's also a lot of the game mechanics and a lot of the elements of this game. I felt they were really useful for what I want to explain about photosynthesis. Also, Overcooked allows for a multiplayer mode, and this is something that it could be really useful when we want to increase the engagement among students. Because it allows for cooperation and a lot of communication between them. So let's just go to the prototype. So the aspects of photosynthesis that I want to explain with this game is about how the plant is using sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. If we start here, I can show you how there's a brief introduction on the subject, but then we jump directly into the lesson 1. At the same time, these lessons are divided in 3 different tasks. So we're going to start with the first task, which consists of moving these photons on the chlorophyll pigments. As you can see, the photons here are the main source of light in the stage, which I think it could be an interesting game mechanic because it forces the player to be strategic on what is the best place for them to have these sources of light so that they can have a better field of view. Well done. We have completed the first task. But now we're going to get some more information on how new elements are going to be introduced in the game. So carbon dioxide and water will be added, but at the same time, this is going to make the challenge more difficult. Okay, but let's just pause for a moment. I want you to think about what the theme of the game is here. It's about growth. It's how do we make the plant grow? How do we use those elements, the little elements we have, the energy, in the most effective way? So in here we see that the student can explore the different receptors for these molecules, and they get to experiment and try which one goes where. And if we imagine for a moment that there's animations here, we could also see the molecules splitting and transforming into the molecule they do in real life as well. Okay, here's an idea for a challenge. What if as time is passing by, photons lose their energy, therefore you see less and less in the room because they're losing their light? This would force students to act quickly enough so that they don't end up in a dark room. But okay, let's say that the student actually made it to the third task. This means that the game is going to get more and more difficult, but this also allows to introduce more complicated concepts, like new names of molecules or new functions of photosynthesis. And all of this by using the same simple game mechanics. And that's what I have so far of the concept. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to hear from you soon.